Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing the pattern test quick review on the Beretta A400 Extreme Plus. There's a few videos on YouTube that go over this gun, however, they're not super great ones, so that's kind of why I wanted to make one. So I just picked this up last week, put close to 300 rounds of skeet shot through it, just to kind of break it in and get a feel for the gun. It didn't jam up, it didn't miss a cycle, it didn't this, it didn't that. I mean, it performed really well. Yesterday in the mail, I got the Muller passing choke, which is their modified full choke, but they say that I can reach out to 50 yards with bismuth loads. So I have Boss shells coming in the mail here shortly. However, a lot of people don't want to spend the money on Boss and this and that. So waterfowl round that is really popular amongst people, or that I haven't seen a whole lot of videos on, the Migra shells. I used these last year and the year prior, and they performed really well. Last year I was shooting the Franchi Affinity 3.5 Elite. These shells in particular, they do well. They've patterned great with the Kicks High Flyer. They've patterned well with the Carlsons. And last year I used the Code Black Duck and the Code Black Goose. Now, they do make as far as Migra goes, they do make goose loads. So you've got your 3.5-inch 2 and BB stacked load. So today we're going to pattern test out of the Beretta A400 Extreme with the Muller passing choke. We're gonna pattern their waterfowl duck load. It's a 3-inch 2 3/4 1 1/4 payload at 1515 feet per second. And then we're also going to pattern their 3.5-inch goose load 2 and BB at 1450 feet per second with a 1 5/8 payload. So the first one we're going to shoot today is the Migra 2 and 3/3-inch. Now down there I've got my target. This is at 40 yards. That's kind of become the new standard as far as pattern testing. So that's why I'm doing it at 40 yards. Especially with this Muller choke, it'd be really cool to see what I can get out of this. Now, I'm not quite sure on the lethality of these rounds, but we'll see what kind of pattern we can hit at 40 yards. I don't have a 30-inch circle. I just have the duck target, which we're not shooting at 30-inch circles out in the field. We're shooting at ducks. So we're going to be seeing how many pellets I can hit at 40 yards. Again, Migra 2 and 3/3-inch, 40 yards, Muller passing choke out of the Beretta A400 Extreme Plus. Okay, let me go get that and we'll see what it does. Honestly, it performed pretty well. This is what it's looking like. I guess I'm not quite sure if that's a dead duck, but it's enough for that duck to be put down. Looks like there's 25 holes in this duck. You can pause it if you want to watch. Performed pretty well. It's, as far as a pattern, I mean, I'm happy with that. At 40 yards, yeah, that's pretty good, I would say. I mean, for me, you know, a lot of my shots aren't going to be at 40 yards. My 40-yard shots are mainly going to be at geese, and we'll have this load for that, the 3.5-inch 2 and BB. Okay, Migra 2 and BB 3.5-inch. And let me go grab that and we'll see what it did. That's a dead duck, 40 yards, Migra 2 and BB. Honestly, that's a pretty good pattern for 2 and BB. I believe Migra does not do a 50-50 blend, so there is going to be more number 2 shot than there is BB shot. That's out there. I mean, that's a long ways, you know. So I feel comfortable shooting this in the field. And as I said, last year Migra performed great. A lot of people were skeptical about it. I haven't had any issues as far as hunting in the rain or poor weather or snow. I mean, it all does well. There were a few shots last year where I was like, how is this duck not dead? How is, you know, that was a me issue, later to find out. And I mean, it's steel. The killing birds at 50 yards, you know, when you're really taking those poke shots, I mean, it's really just not gonna happen most of the time, you know, unless you're just spraying that bird. Everybody, jeez. You have a Kent Fasteel 2.0 number 1 shot, 3-inch. I patterned this yesterday and it sucks. So this is, I'm gonna be shooting this again. Maybe I was off, maybe not, but I've never shot well with Kent Fasteel. I mean, their teal loads are okay, but their duck loads, I've just never had good luck with them. Again, this is the Kent Fasteel 1 shot, 3-inch. Kent Fasteel 1 shot at 40 yards. But to be honest, there's quite a few pellets in this little area. I mean, if you're shooting at a duck like that, I mean, up in this area, I mean, it's a pretty good pattern. Yesterday when I shot, I must have just shot off, but honestly, it's a decent pattern. I've never had good luck with Kent, and I've never patterned well with them, but that was a pretty decent pattern. This is the Migra 3-inch 2 and 3 shot at 40 yards. This is the Migra 2 and BB 3.5-inch at 40 yards. Kent Fasteel number 1 shot, 3-inch at 40 yards. It shot okay. I would feel comfortable shooting this pattern in the field with it. Here's the Beretta. I believe this is the Timber Prairie. And the Muller passing choke. Anyway, that will conclude my video for today. If anyone wants to see any other target loads with this combo, the Beretta A400 with the Muller passing, let me know. I have a lot more shells at home, and my bosses should be coming in soon. I got the 3-inch 3 and 5 bismuth stacked load. If there's any other shell combos you want to see before you pull the trigger, pun intended, on a new shotgun this year for this upcoming waterfowl season, or a new choke, let me know and I'll do my best to get to it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys learned something from this video.